Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Craig Bush Rocks. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about some controversial CDs in my collection that I just kind of pulled out. I would have pulled out more CDs, but I got a nice little stack of CDs here. Uh, see, music that kind of got a little, feedback back in the day. This is like even before internet with some of these CDs, and you see it on the news and stuff like that about the feedback of some of the music and stuff. But we're gonna start off with my first one. I was talking to my buddy, one of my buddies at work, about this CD. When this first came out, this is Poison's "Open Up and Say Ah." They had to cover up the album right here. If anybody remembers this, it's like, what year was this made in? Of course, I can't read because the writing's like, yeah, so small, but it was in the 80s. Let's see if this one's got a clearer picture. 1989 maybe, but yeah, they covered it up. The reason why they covered it up, because of this. They didn't want people seeing this. That's the supposed to be what the cover's supposed to be. I had the tape originally, and it was just all covered up, and I have the vinyl somewhere. It's not in my immediate collection, but we have it somewhere where it's covered up. But yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. And they covered it up. They had a problem with it. Like, why, man? It's like, so it's got a guy with his tongue sticking out. That's like the first one I wanted to show you. Second one, I don't have the actual CD. I have it digitally on my computer, but it's the Body Count CD. When it first came out, there was a particular song on the CD here, what was called "Cop Killer," and they removed it off most of the CDs that they have it. I was able to get a copy of it and put it on my computer, so that was awesome. But here's my CD right here. Just the album itself was pretty controversial when it came out. I remember back in the day, Ice-T released this album, and yeah, it was a big deal back in the day. In the 80s, it was different. When it came to commercial type music, try to get out there and play music, they had a lot of problems with the government getting involved and stuff like that with music. It just happened to be one of them. Body Count. Okay, what's another one to talk about? How about this album? Wasp's first album. They got a song called "F Like a Beast" on here. Yeah, they had a field day with this album too. Talk about Twisted Sister. I didn't pull that album out, but yeah, I remember the government was going after all these bands because of the lyrical content and some of this music, and this is just another one right here. It's like yeah, I think this is the debut album from Wasp. But yeah, when I seen him in concert, and Blackie Lawless, I think he was hesitant before he went on tour about doing the song "F Like a Beast," but the way he did it, it fit perfectly in with the show. He talked about how the government and stuff like that was trying to censor and stuff like that. But yeah, Wasp. Okay, another one. Believe it or not, I didn't even think about this one when I was looking up things. Let's see, what album is this one? Yeah, the Holy Diver CD. Yeah, when it shows the guy with a chain, looks like a chain, trying to whip the priest. I guess they had a big old problem with that album right there. I was like, wow, I didn't realize that. When I looked at it closer, like, oh, I guess so. I guess people would have a problem with it. That's pretty cool. I like this box set, these little CDs in there. Well, what CDs you got that are controversial? I heard Van Halen had one too, with like kids on the front of it. Look like they're, you know what? But speaking of which, I got two Nirvana albums that I looked up. Of course, this one you know about. Nevermind got the baby on the front of it. I guess, I remember when this came out, they had a problem with that. I don't know if they had censored versions of the front of the CD or not, but yeah, I remember they had a big problem with it. And same thing with Nirvana's in Utero, whatever you call it, because of the front cover of it. That was fun collecting CDs back in the day, and and finding out all the people having problems with it, especially the government. The government really love giving people problems. And then we got this one right here. Most of this band's CDs, I think, most countries had a problem with, and I'm pretty sure the U.S. had a problem with this too, with our government, the way they kind of complain about everything. And that's Cannibal Corpse, Butchered at Birth. Yeah, yeah, they really, they had issues with it. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, kind of gave more light on Cannibal Corpse when you watch that movie. Yeah, go check it out. You see what I'm talking about. But yeah, they had issues with this one. That was banned in a lot of countries. So yeah, Cannibal Corpse. And how about some Marilyn Manson? How about this cover right here? Looks like most of the depict Jesus Christ and stuff, and on the cover. And yeah, they had a big old problem with this one when I was looking up stuff, and this popped up Hollywood. I'm thinking, wait, I got that CD. I don't usually collect for Marilyn Manson, but I did have this one, and yeah, this one popped up. I was like, sweet, okay. Tell me what you think of this video. Yeah, that's the reason I was like coming up with that was because of that poison. But this is the most infamous one right here. And it was Two Live Crew, as nasty as they want to be. Yep. I crack up over this one because I remember the judge did something with a CD because they had to put parental advisory on it because it talked about sex a lot in the CD, and it was a brutal one. It was so funny because I looked in my collection. I have a copy as Two Live Crew, as clean as they want to be. Because of the government, I think they came out with a clean version of the albums. I got the clean one right here. It's just the CD only. I laugh when I see that because the original one was pretty raunchy, and they came out with a clean one. And I'm not gonna repeat everything on this album, but they have one that's me so horny, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, if you guys get a chance to look it up, it's different from back in the 80s and early 90s, just as before all the internet and stuff took over. We had the government and stuff like that, and yeah, they kind of interfered with a lot of our music. It was a great time in the 80s to see how the government reacted to some of the stuff. And then you had parents. I remember having parents on the news and stuff like that, or priests on the news, and it was something else. Where today is just get on the internet and you got people complain about everything. It's different. So yeah, tell me what you think of this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Yeah, give me a thumbs down if you don't like it. Don't matter. I've been wanting to talk about something like this for a while. More of my CD collection. That was just one thing in my CD collection I can talk about. But hey, comment down below what kind of music do you remember when you were growing up that had controversy behind it. Like Rolling Stones, they had some. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Maybe I'll do a part 2 of this someday. But subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and share the video. And oh man, I cannot wait, man. My Stargate DVDs are coming together pretty good. So soon that'll be coming up. But I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye.